call to order this meeting of the Pasadena Independent School District Board of Trustees in regular session on Tuesday, July 28th, 2026, in the boardroom of the Administration Building, 3920 Mickey Gilley Boulevard, Pasadena, Texas, at 5:30 p.m. Board members present: Ms. Paola Gonzalez, Ms. Crystal Davila should be here shortly, Kenny Fernandez, Mr. Marshall Kendrick, Ms. Nelda Sullivan, and me, Casey Phelan. Board members absent: Mr. Joe Campos. Let the record indicate that a quorum of board members is present, that this meeting is duly called, and that notice of this meeting was posted in accordance with Texas Open Meeting Act, Texas Government Codes, Chapter 551. At this time, we invite you to stand, remove your hats for the invocation and pledges. Our invocation this evening will be by Ms. Gonzalez, and our pledges by Ms. Sullivan.
Let's pray. God, thank you so much for bringing us together. Thank you for allowing us yet another school year beginning here in a few weeks. And I pray for everyone as they begin returning to campus, as they're preparing, as parents and teachers and students get ready for a new school year. I pray that you bring them back safely. I pray that you help us to make decisions that honor, glorify you, and keep children at the center. In Jesus' name, amen.
Would you please join me in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the Texas flag. I pledge the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Welcome, everybody. Which brings us to public comments according to policy BED local. With that 30-minute allotment, we have no one scheduled to speak tonight. We're going to adjourn to closed session pursuant to Texas Government Codes sections 551.071, 551.072, and 551.074. We will reconvene in open session at 7:30 p.m. Okay, we're going to reconvene in open session at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. For those of you who were here earlier, 7 p.m. Going to bring us to our special recognition. Go ahead, Dr. Lopez.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to introduce Tanya Hagar, the Executive Director of CTE, who will recognize our outstanding CTE students who have been advanced not to just state competition, but national competition in their CTE student organizations. We're so excited that kids are here and we get to recognize them. Thank you, guys.
I'm going to drop the certificates with you, Dr. Lopez. Is that okay? All right. Well, perfect. Oh, we have a room full. Fantastic. Well, good evening, board members and Dr. Lopez. It is an honor to be here to recognize the outstanding individuals who, under the guidance of their amazing advisors, have excelled and represented their campuses and our district in national career and technical education competitions. As you know, CTE organizations are an essential extension of the classroom. They provide students with opportunities to build leadership skills, apply their learning in real-world settings, and connect with professionals in business and industry. This year, we had 56 students advance to a national competition, and many of them are with us tonight, even on their summer break. So we appreciate the opportunity to recognize them. Like to recognize is Stephen Wynn from J. Frank Dobie High School. Stephen represented Pasadena ISD at the HOSA Future Health Professionals National Leadership Conference in Indianapolis, where he not only competed, he excelled, earning 8th in the nation in his nutrition event. His proud advisors are Corey Perry, Michael Torres, and Megan Woodling. Congratulations, Stephen Wynn. History, archers from Lewis Career and Technical High School earned a national bid and represented both their campus and our district with distinction as they competed against the best of the best in Salt Lake City, Utah. This milestone reflects the tremendous growth of their program and the dedication of both the students and their advisors. Members of the team who are with us this evening include Aranza Barrientos, Wyatt Bentley, Manuel Brownlee, Paula Carrion, Julian Cortez, Nick Cortez, Sarah Gonzalez, Ashley Gutierrez, Jesus
Congrats.
Jimenez,
Congratulations.
On Lee,
How wonderful,
Kimberly Lopez,
wonderful.
Genevieve Mercado, Carlo Mercado, Destiny Perez, Emmanuel Perez, Josiah Romero Love, and Eliana Wright. Their proud advisors are Brandy Gwaltney and Jennifer Brabston. Congratulations, CTHS Archery.
Wonderful, congratulations.
Congrats. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Job.
We know that it takes dedication on part of the entire family to help these students excel and compete at this level. So if there are friends and family members of them in the room, please stand to be recognized at this time. Good job, family. Good job. And family and friends of these, feel free to join them in the lobby and you can take some more pictures of them and we'll continue with the presentation. Thank you so much. For the 9th time, we had 9 years in a row, we had an opportunity to send some of our outstanding welding students to compete against industry professionals at the National Craft Championships that were held in Salt Lake City, Utah. In typical fashion, our Pasadena ISD students outperformed many of the top welders who are currently working in the industry. So I would like to congratulate Alonzo Avila, who placed 2nd in structural welding. Congratulations, Alonzo. Christopher Perez. And Eleazar Serrato, who placed 3rd in pipe welding. Yes. Congratulations. All 3 of these young men are from Lewis Career and Technical High School. Their proud advisor is Mr. Brian Suarez. Congratulations. Lewis Career and Technical High School also had 3 future educators compete at the Educators Rising National Conference in Portland, Oregon, marking the 4th time in 5 years that the Lewis CTHS has advanced students to nationals in this competition. First, I'd like to recognize Jasmine Cantu. She qualified in children's pre-K literature. Melanie Pineda also qualified in children's pre-K literature. And Jada Stewart advanced in teacher-created materials and finished in the top 14 in the nation. Their proud advisors are Ms. Stephanie Carnes, Ms. Jennifer Martin, and Ms. Danette Thomas. Congratulations to these future educators. If there are friends or family members, we'd like to recognize you as well, and feel free to get up and take a picture of your student. Congratulations to you. Next, I would like to recognize the state champion archery team from Pasadena Memorial High School. These students advanced to compete at the National Archery in the Schools Western Finals for the 7th year in a row. This year, however, they broke their own record by finishing 3rd in the nation in bullseye and 4th in the nation in 3D targets. In addition to these team awards, they also walked away with 2 individual awards. Alejandro Serrano placed 2nd overall in 3D targets, and Fabiana Arredondo placed 5th overall in 3D targets. So congratulations to this powerhouse team. It consists of Fabiana Arredondo. Congratulations, Fabiana. Journey Barrett. Veronica Barones. Crystal Guzman. Garth Lieber. Oh, wow, she's coming in with the goods. Isabel Lopez. Elizabeth Lozano. Eden Lucas. Francisco Mahomar. Annabeth Mills. Andrew Molinar. Dang Win. Jacob Resendez. Emberlyn Rodriguez. Kylie Salas. Tylen Santiago. Alejandro Serrano. Jimena Serrano. Ethan Tyro. And Ty Walker. Their proud advisors are Lori Aubin, Robert Miller, and Sunny Mills. Congratulations, Pasadena Memorial. Students, Mr. Fernandez would like to know how many of you are returning next year to the team. Raise your hand if you'll be returning. Fantastic. I have a feeling the dynasty will continue. Or if there are family members or friends in the room, please stand to be recognized as well. This is your award also. Congratulations. Seven years in a row. Congratulations. That's awesome. I would also like to thank all of our high school principals, our CTE assistant principals, just for their commitment and continued support of CTE, as well as all of you board members. None of this would be possible without your support, so thank you so much.
Good job, Sonny.
Thank you, Tanya, and your team, too, for all the things y'all have done. Thank you so much.
Give them a minute to.
The house, yeah. Pretty fantastic.
Thank you.
Free to move up. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Is that it for consent?
ready to move on.
Okay, before we go on to the consent agenda, I have a special recognition. Each year, the National School Public Relations Association shines a spotlight on a select group of visionary leaders through its Superintendents to Watch honors. This national recognition celebrates school district leaders who, in their first 5 years of service, exemplify dynamic leadership centered on strong, meaningful communication. These honorees are pioneers in using modern technology to listen to, engage with, uplift their school and communities. It is our distinct privilege to share that our very own Pasadena ISD Superintendent, Dr. Tony Lopez, has been named a 2025-2026 Superintendent to Watch. We celebrate her this evening for her strategic vision, her commitment to transparency, and her outstanding work in deepening community roots and expanding career opportunities for our students. Since taking the helm, Dr. Lopez has guided Pasadena ISD with a thoughtful, system-based approach that beautifully bridges data and community engagement to drive student success. She has truly redefined what it means to be a modern educational communicator, providing that visibility, openness, and active listening are the ultimate foundations for both academic excellence and public trust. Dr. Lopez, tonight we offer you our heartfelt gratitude for your inspiring leadership, and we take immense pride in celebrating this well-deserved national honor with you. Congratulations.
Very much.
For some reason, I was missing a page in my script, so thank you guys very much. And I will say that that's a district recognition, and I just got to be the face of it. There's so many great people that work in our school district that make this an amazing place for kids to go to school, and we get amazing results. And it all starts with the leadership of the school board, and I want to say thank you back to you guys. So I'm just appreciative of the recognition, and I know that our district's going to keep moving forward, and we're going to have the best year yet.
Fantastic. Now that'll take us to the consent agenda. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Fernandez, second by Mr. Kendrick. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Takes us to personnel section. Consideration possible approval of administrative personnel.
Mr. President, I move that we approve addenda items A through F.
Do I hear a second by Mr. Fernandez? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Ms. Gonzalez?
So congratulations to each of you. There's some that couldn't join us today, but Ms. Flora Andino. Congratulations. You've been approved for the position of diagnostician for this next school year. Do you have any friends or family here? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Ms. Megan LaCour. Ms. LaCour has also been approved for the position of diagnostician in special education. Do you have any friends or family here? Congratulations. Welcome to Pasadena. And Ms. Myra Martinez. The position of diagnostician in special education. I see you have a cheering section, so please introduce us. Ms. Lillian Dominguez. You've been approved as a speech language pathologist for special education. Do you have any friends or family here?
We're your family, so we're here for you too. Congratulations to everybody and welcome. Now, for those of you that were here for that, I'm going to let you slip out if you want to slip out. Otherwise, you can stay. It's okay.
Congratulations. Front row people.
They're all bad.
Only we can convince those people in the back to sit down now.
We have all this, Joe, Mr. Saavedra, we have all this room up here.
He's like, yes, you do. Okay, moving on. Consideration and possible approval of the salary book for the 2026-2027 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Kendrick, second by Ms. Sullivan. Do I hear any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration and possible approval of an interlocal agreement between Pasadena Independent School District and McNeese University for internship with no financial implications.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan. Second by Mr. Fernandez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration and possible approval of an interlocal agreement between Pasadena Independent School District and San Jacinto College for internship with no financial implications.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan, second by Mr. Fernandez. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration and possible approval of the MOUs between the University of Houston and Pasadena ISD and between the University of Houston Clear Lake and Pasadena ISD for the 2026-2027 Learning Acceleration Supports Opportunities, Cycle 4 Prep Pre-Service Residency Program Allotment. There's a lot.
It's a mouthful.
That is.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan. Second by Mr. Fernandez. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of a practicum internship affiliation agreement between the University of Houston Clear Lake in the amount of $39,920 for 2 BCBA graduate assistants. Motion by Mr. Fernandez, second by Ms. Sullivan. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of the interlocal agreement with San Jacinto College for internships and externship students.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Kendrick. Second by Ms. Sullivan. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Certified personnel for the 2026-2027 school year is for information only. Support personnel for the 2025-2026 school year for information only, which takes us to the educational section. Consideration possible approval of the 2026-2027 Memorandum of Understanding between the Pasadena Independent School District and the Harris County Juvenile Board.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan, second by Mr. Fernandez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of revised ADA snapshot time for selected early college high school students in grades 11 and 12. Motion by
Second.
Mr. Fernandez, second by Ms. Sullivan. Discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of the creation of an Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, JROTC unit at Pasadena Memorial High School.
So moved.
Motion by Mr.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Kendrick, seconded by Mr. Fernandez. Discussion.
Board members, I just want to make you aware that this is for the 2027-2028 school year, so we take a full school year of planning this out, but we're very excited about this opportunity for our students at Pasadena Memorial.
Mr. Fernandez.
So why is Air Force, or why is a certain branch?
So from my understanding, they reached out to us, Mr. Adams or Ms. Hagar. Do you have a different answer to that? You have to go to the microphone, Mr. Adams.
Can't escape it.
Don't use that coaching voice.
I know that we have tried for many years with the government to try to get a junior ROTC program of our own, and we've reached out to multiple branches. And here recently, toward the beginning of last year, the Air Force reached back out to us and communicated with us their interest in looking at Memorial based on some of the things that we had sent in about our students and our population and how we have been going to another campus to do that. They came over, they visited, they liked what they saw, then they came back and offered us an opportunity to have that on their on our campus, which we wanted to jump at that chance because we've been trying a really long time to get our very own. So
Good.
Okay.
It's great.
Any other?
Yeah, so, and that's great. I love every last bit of JROTC. My question is, do we have, or does U.S. Coast Guard, do they have a JROTC?
I'm not aware of them having one. I know at one time we tried to reach out to the Space Force, the newly created Space Force, because I knew each high school already represented each or had their own representation of each branch. Right. But for whatever reason, we never ever got contacted, and it seems like it's a very, going through the interview process with the Air Force, it's very difficult to get these programs. They have a long line of schools that are waiting to get, and they go in and I guess they do their vetting to figure out what's going to be the best opportunity for them and a successful program. So I think that's how that came about. So,
Well, congratulations to you on your efforts.
well, thank you.
We're
Thank you.
delighted
Thank
that
you,
this is
ma'am.
coming to our district.
I know we have a lot of people excited about having we've kind of co-hosted or sent students to South Houston High School, but our program has gotten so big over the years and all the events and things that we have on our campus, we felt like it was a great opportunity for our students. So I want to thank the board, Dr. Lopez, for allowing us to do this. I'm looking forward to it.
Right.
Let us vote.
Good job.
Thank you.
I'd almost say, give the Space Force a little bit of time, and they'll probably start having programs show up in local schools. It just takes some time. Any other discussion? I think it's a wonderful program. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations. Consideration possible approval of the interlocal agreements between Pasadena Independent School District and Idaho State University for internships and externships with no financial implications.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan, seconded by Ms. Gonzalez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of library material list in compliance with Senate Bill 13, where all ISBN formats would be applied for each individual title.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan,
Second.
second by Mr. Fernandez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of subscription renewal for Brian Pop from, that's Brain Pop, not Brian Pop. Tell what kind of day I've had. Brain Pop from August 31st, 2026 to August 30th, 2027, in the amount of $138,117.
So moved.
Second.
Sure. Kendrick? Second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion?
We've had this program in our district for a long time, and I understand it's very successful.
Yes, we use it a lot in our science curriculum, and we've worked with them for quite some time.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of the 2026 Educate Texas Communities Foundation of Texas Pathways to Career Regional Expansion Subgrant Phase 2 in the amount of $40,000.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Fernandez, second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of the partnership agreement with Communities in Schools Southeast Harris County for the 2026-2027 school year in the amount of $301,000 in PISD local funds included in the proposed budget for the 2026-2027 school year, $282,000 in federal funds, and $56,000 in contributions from campus budgets.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan,
Second.
second by Ms. Gonzalez.
And I have a question.
Discussion, yes, ma'am.
These communities and schools employees that come into our district, is their pay a different pay from what our school district pay is?
I do know that they're paid through community and schools, but I'm going to rely on my expert here, Donna Summers, to come up and she possibly could have the answer to that.
Good evening. I don't know exactly what their salary is from the community and schools. We only pay a very small portion of their salary as part of the contract. So for an example, our crisis specialist, we pay through the contract $22,000, but they are paid $66,000 to $85,000, which would be more commensurate with our BRT team. But we do not cover that full cost.
So you're telling me that the percentage that the district is responsible for, we cut those individuals a check?
No, ma'am. We have a contract with Community and Schools. We pay Community and Schools, and Community and Schools operates their payroll separate from us.
Very good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
That's it.
Okay.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval for Pasadena ISD Career and Technical Education to enter into a memorandum of understanding with Pathful and the Greater Houston Partnership for the purpose of participating in a no-cost pilot of a career navigation and connectivity platform for middle and high school students.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Fernandez, second by Mr. Kendrick. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of general waivers from the Texas Virtual School Network course review process for the Select Flex Virtual High School program, formerly Pasadena Virtual School courses.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan, second by Mr. Fernandez. Discussion.
Approximately how many students do we anticipate is going to take part in this particular program?
Dr. McCall is coming up right now.
Well, today's item is for our approval for our different courses so that they can be offered across the state. So this will give us the opportunity to market them to any student in the state of Texas. So we're very excited about and hopeful for that. Our Flex Virtual High School, the full-time program, we're still aiming for that 100 students full-time. And then we have an additional number of students who are taking computer science as well as several others. So we're very excited about it. We have about 55 students taking computer science as a virtual class
Right.
across 2 high schools. And then the rest of their day will be face-to-face.
Very good. Thank you very much, Mr. Call.
The Texas Virtual School Network basically offers the course, or would they be enrolled with Pasadena?
So they're enrolled in their home campus, and then that district pays us to offer that course to those students. Or the student could take it independently if they chose. And so we offer that at a market rate that's comparable across the state.
Fantastic. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Dr. McCullough. Consideration possible approval of the 2026-2027 PK through high school student handbook and authorization for future changes made necessary by new legislation.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Kendrick, second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion?
I have a question.
Mr. Fernandez.
So I was looking at this, and as far as, this isn't the final?
No, that is the draft so that you guys could see what changes were made. And so once you guys approve it, then we will make it the final draft to where all of the red lines, blue lines will all be
Right.
removed, and the page numbers will correlate to the page numbers that it's on.
Because I started looking at some of the things, and I'm like, wait, that's not here. So, okay, just
It's-
making sure the table of contents.
Yes, it's pretty
updated.
snazzy at how Tracy Powell has that set up to where it's going to automatically update those
Okay.
that table of contents numbers, and so it'll all correlate once those red line items come out.
Fair enough. Thank you so much. Thank you for the hard work that you'll put into this.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of the 2026-2027 Student Code of Conduct and authorization for future changes made necessary by new legislation.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan,
Second.
second by Mr. Kendrick. I can't talk. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Brings us to the financial section. Consideration possible approval of the 2026-2027 Financial Compliance Review Schedule.
So moved.
Ms. Sullivan,
Second?
second by Mr. Fernandez. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of the TASB Risk Management Fund interlocal agreement for workers' compensation coverage for the 2026-2027 school year.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Fernandez, second by Ms. Sullivan. Discussion?
I got to ask a question. I
Mr.
ask it
Kendrick.
every time. Looking at the schedule over here for prevailing rates, I've never understood why a heavy equipment operator makes less than a carpet layer and less than a light equipment operator. I've never understood that. You're talking about heavy operations, you're talking about the big cranes, things like that that are moving thousands of pounds of steel and stuff like that, and they make less than these other guys? I don't understand that.
Which one are we on?
It doesn't make sense.
We're on the TASB one, but we'll be able to get to that prevailing rate. So Kevin, you'll have an answer for that once we get to that one.
So they was doing that way every year.
No, it's.
Where we are. Is that where we are?
We're at the TASB, consideration possible approval of the TASB Risk Management Fund interlocal
I'm
agreement.
sorry,
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
good, you're good.
I'm in the wrong place. Okay,
All right.
you're right.
Have an
Sorry.
answer.
Excuse me.
Sir, I like it.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Student achievements.
I will say on the Student Achievements Board members, I don't know if you noticed a QR code down at the bottom. And if you scan that QR code with your phone, it's a cute little video of students thanking us for allowing them to take a part in this event. And it's quite refreshing to watch. So if you get a moment, it might be a good thing to scan that QR code. That's something new and different they did.
Thank you all. That's cool.
Excellent. Our operations section, PBK Architects to present an update on the planning and campus facility conditions assessment project. Our guest presenters from PBK this evening are Melissa Capel, Caroline Harris, and Gregory Prince.
We also have the one and only Ron Bailey, who's actually going to
Nice.
be in for Greg Prince. So Greg is here, but Ron's going to be the presenting. So I just want to let you know that the intent of their presentation of this long-range facility study this evening is to focus on the process they used to conduct the assessment, the methodology used to gather and analyze information, and the framework developed to support future long-range facilities planning. The goal is to provide a clear understanding of the work that was completed and the data-driven approach that established the strong foundation for our future conversations. So this has been a year-long process, and they have gone to every facility, walked the facility, met with leaders within that facility, had interviews with all of those folks, and then they came back and did line-by-line processes with our facilities team and our maintenance teams. And so it was quite the undertaking and quite the task. And so this process, of course, reflects our commitment to being thoughtful stewards of our resources that is entrusted to us while continuing to keep our eye on the prize, and that is learning of our students. So if needed, there will be future opportunities for questions once you are able to review the materials that they will be giving to us after this evening.
5 minutes to cover 1,200 pages.
Oh, we're up for the challenge, I suppose. Well, thank you for having us tonight. We're excited to present our high-level process and findings. Let me go slide. So just a quick overview of what a facility condition assessment is again, as Dr. Lopez mentioned, it's looking at the existing physical condition of all of the campuses. So again, we visited all of the campuses, and then our approach, we had our architecture team, our engineering teams, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, technology, specialized consultants, including food service, structural, sports, aquatics, theatrical, all of these different experts looking at every single one of your campuses and the major systems and the condition that they're in. So all in all, that is what a facility condition assessment is. I won't belabor that point. And talking about the timeline, again, as Dr. Lopez alluded to, this doesn't happen overnight. And Pasadena ISD has a lot of facilities in your portfolio. So this really started back in 2025, fall of 2025. And a big part of our process, again, is stakeholder engagement. And those stakeholders include all of your campus principals, your departmental leaders. We met with every single one of them, and all of the principals individually to talk about their campuses, to learn more, and to hear their perspective before our teams ever stepped foot in the building. Because we understand that they really know their facilities better than we ever could. So that's a big part of our process. Jumping ahead to earlier this year, that's when we actually started the on-site walks, and Ron here walked a good number of your buildings himself, so he can speak a little bit more about his findings. And then another big component of this is all of the data and the 1,300 line items that you alluded to. So it's 1,300 pages, excuse me. So it's processing all of the data, it's quantifying all of the needs, pricing everything, and then the culmination is this long report that you all will have to help inform future decisions, which brings us here tonight. It doesn't stop here. This is the first part of it. And again, this will help inform future decisions, and we can talk a little bit more about that in a bit. Just some quick numbers behind the assessment, because I think these are very telling. We had 76 hours of that stakeholder engagement, so 76 hours meeting with your principals and departmental leaders, 66 facilities assessed by 7 different disciplines, being the food service, aquatics, et cetera. We spent over 800 hours walking for the assessments, our team did, on your campuses and sites. And then in addition to that, we had over 40 hours meeting to review the data with Kevin and his team, just to validate everything that we found. And I will pass it over to Melissa here to talk a little bit more about the engagement.
Caroline mentioned, we spent quite a bit of time meeting with y'all's principals and departments to go over feedback. These are just some overall summaries or key takeaways from all of the meetings. So I guess for building envelope, roof leak, water in the parking areas, exterior Wi-Fi, cellular, dead zone. On a brighter note, the core academic spaces typically so in addition to all of those meetings, we also do the principal surveys. This is an excerpt of a couple questions from these surveys. It's about 65 questions. They're a mix of multiple choice. At about 96% participation. Back from y'all's principals. And then we also have a little word cloud to identify some of the consistent themes that we've been hearing. So on to the facility condition. We have a couple of tools and platforms that we use to collect all of this data. Build is the one that our assessors use, and basically allows them to take notes on the field observations and all of the data to be in one spot. So when y'all need to reference it in the future, or Kevin's department in the future, it's really easy to find where the specific comment was in the building. This ties to Smartsheet, which is our, I guess, pricing platform. So we're able to, I guess, add all of our recommended actions, our unit costs, quantities, priorities to this.
fact, I'd love to stress that platform that Melissa talked about. It with a simple iPad. We start with site plans and floor plans that are already in our iPad, and we walk the building. We're able to make notes on it. We can photograph it, and so that it's all completely documented when we see an item. These next 4 pages here are just summaries of the 1,300 pages that I doubt you've looked through yet. But the 1,300 pages gives you all of the detail in it. These are just summaries of each of the disciplines. Architectural, I walked quite a few of the buildings myself, as well as several other architects that we looked at the architectural items, but those as well. Building envelope and roofing, we have experts that walked the roofs. They walked the exterior of the buildings to try to identify potential problems with water infiltration and so on. Civil and sports, they looked at all the sports facilities, making some suggestions, identifying some items that need to be addressed as well. And then, very importantly, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. We had engineers of all 3 of those disciplines go out and take a look at them, identified items that not only needed some attention now, but also in looking at life cycle on when you would start having or can expect to start having issues with it in the years to come, so that you can plan for it as well. And then one other thing that we have folks that are structural engineers will come out. So as an example, there were several buildings that I noticed the slab looked like it was starting to either rise or sink, causing cracks and so on in the walls and the floors. When that kind of thing is addressed, then we'll ask our structural engineers to go out at it to try to get a better, clearer idea of what might be going on. That's important, not only for the obvious, that, what is going on, is it a serious problem, but also so that money can be identified in order to fix the problem at some time in the future. Sorry. Okay, so food service as well. We had food service consultants go out, look at all the kitchens, make recommendations on some things that they felt could be improved.
The facility condition report is the biggest chunk of this overall document and our overall deliverable. That's what's about 1,300 pages. It contains a packet per campus that has campus statistics like square footage, enrollment, et cetera. We also have photos from our assessors, average photos, so not best or worst, and then also trying to capture all of the different disciplines as well. In addition to that, we have some plans of y'all's facilities, and then the summary reports, which is like the bulk of the information. So the summary report is going to be broken out per discipline and per priority for each campus. And behind that is the detailed assessment report, which I have an example. And so that's literally every single line item that we had to review over the past couple months. So understanding priorities, everything's broken out into 4 priorities. P1 is going to be your critical or immediate needs, so 0 to 1 years. P2s are going to be 2 to 5 years. P3s are going to be fixed or replaced in 6 to 10. And then P4s are going to be your long-term, so 11 years. And then ultimately all of this is, like we said,
that will take us to next steps. So as you've seen here, the report that is available has many, many pages, many, many line items, and the line items are very, very detailed. That's not helpful for everything, but it's very, very helpful in terms of looking at it holistically and trying to determine the right path for each of your facilities and each of your buildings. And some of those paths may include renovating. Some of those paths may include an addition. It it depends on the facility, but all of these thousands of line items are used to make those informed decisions. And then in addition to that, moving forward, I think also talking about the overall major project scopes. So again, looking at it from a holistic angle and thinking about what could come next. So what project packages could come from the facility assessment findings? What renovation projects could come from that? And again, we're here to help scope everything out, help with the preliminary cost estimating, and so forth. So this is the first step of a long journey in terms of creating a long-range master plan, but we're happy to deliver the assessment because it has been a long road to get here, just because of the detail and the number of facilities. So thank you all. We appreciate the opportunity, and we'll open it up to any questions.
Thank you very much. A lot of work, a lot of good findings, and like you say, a long-term, short-term plan, and very interesting.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And something that we always like to say is, and Ron can attest to this, your buildings in Pasadena ISD are very, very, very well maintained, and we can't stress that enough.
Thank you.
The assessment looks at mainly systems that have a lifespan. Your roof will only last 25 years, and so it's looking at those time frames of each of the major systems, but also taking into account what we've seen on site and just the great condition that your campuses are in.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. And we'd love to take credit for that, but that's our facility maintainers and staff and all those amazing people. But thank you very much.
Yes, absolutely.
We've had visitors for many, many years to come to our schools and can't believe the shape they're in, even the age of some of them, because there's always been a great pride, and our people do a wonderful job keeping that way.
Thank you all.
Thanks for coming to our district.
Okay, consideration and possible approval of the adoption of prevailing wage rates reflection in Exhibit A for the use of all PISD facilities project.
That's the one I jumped on, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
All right, so are you going to make the motion?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Motion by Mr. Kendrick, second by
And I've already made my spiel. So.
Take it away, Kevin.
So just so happens that PBK actually does these surveys across the state for us and many districts throughout Texas. So it's updated every 3 years. They survey all the trades, average salaries and things like that. How they put this together. These are the minimum wage rates established that we put in all of our specifications for the GC to follow. But as far as specific trades,
I understand that. It's just some of the numbers just amaze me.
Yeah.
When you look at the skill and technique it's to handle some of this stuff, and salaries are lower than the corporate layer. It's kind of amazing. And not that I'm shutting down a corporate layer. That takes good skills. But having heavy equipment, unbelievable. I know you don't have an answer, but.
yeah, those are the average rates.
Right, I
across the state.
understand. I understand.
So have these wages flexed much in the last, I guess, you said it's a 3-year average, right?
Yeah, they send out new surveys every 3 years, and we update it.
Has it gone up much?
Not significantly.
This is kind of an off question maybe, but do you know how many of our GCs are registered apprenticeship or have registered apprenticeship programs?
I don't know offhand. We try to encourage that as much as possible.
Okay, just curious. Thank you.
Any other discussion?
Kevin?
Oh, almost.
And like Marshall, the crazy thing about this schedule is the light equipment operator makes a whole lot more than the heavy equipment operator. That doesn't even sound reasonable.
That's what I said. What's a lot of equipment? Forklift?
Pretty much, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, then would heavy equipment be a crane?
That would fall under a heavy equipment operator.
numbers.
He was itching to talk today.
Yeah, explain something that doesn't make sense, okay?
I can appreciate the question, and we mentioned it's updated every 3 years. This is data that's collected from the contracting community, so it's not something that we dictate.
Okay.
But it is, we put this out to subcontractors. Every one of those line items, it's an average of 8 to 15 different subcontractors for light equipment, heavy equipment. When they come back, we do question some of those. And of course, these are set as minimums. So it doesn't mean that, if a light equipment operator shows 26 an hour and a heavy equipment shows 22, that in reality, that heavy equipment operator may be making far more than that.
Right.
But it does establish minimums. There does seem to see some things that don't fall where we would think they would logically, but we can't skew the results. We have to take it at the word of the subcontractors of this is what they're paying their operators or their carpet layers or their iron workers in this region in the Gulf Coast. And we do use an average.
This union or non-union?
This is non-union, yes. So, I mean, there may be some things that look somewhat questionable, but again, I'll just reiterate that it's minimums. So most of these people are paid well within their market rate.
You might have a forklift operator that works 6 hours out of the 8-hour day, where a heavy equipment might just be one lift.
Absolutely.
And he gets paid a whole day.
Correct, yes.
Worth millions of dollars.
Yes, right.
Move a beam in the wrong place, you knock the whole thing down.
Well, so Marshall's going to be our forklift operator.
You're right.
Thank you. Thank you. Any
Done
other
that
questions?
too.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of the 2022 bond contingency pool funding for furniture, fixtures, and equipment, FF&E, for the 2022 bond New Williams Elementary School replacement project in the amount of $1,400,000.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan, second by Ms. Gonzalez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of allowance expenditure authorization, AEA number 44, for the 2022 bond New Parks Elementary School replacement project in the credit amount of $25,200.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sullivan, second by Ms. Gonzalez. Any discussion? We will take the credit. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of allowance expenditure authorization, AEA number 45, for the 2022 bond New Parks Elementary School replacement project in the amount of $26,360.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Fernandez, second by Ms. Sullivan. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 6 has been pulled from the agenda, which takes us to number 7. Consideration possible approval of allowance expenditure authorization, AEA number 01, for the 2022 bond flooring replacement project package A, and the credit amount of $123,800.64. Motion by Mr. Fernandez, second by Ms. Sullivan. Discussion?
I just have a question. What happened here? Seems like a pretty big credit. Just what happened? It's a really big credit. Normally, they're not that big, so I'm curious.
We're actually reducing the scope of work at 3 schools.
Okay.
That's just different priorities, so we're just kind of putting a hold on some of these and possibly revisit those later.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of allowance expenditure authorization, AEA number 02, for the 2022 bond flooring replacement project, package A, in the amount of $49,161.45. Motion by Mr. Fernandez, second by Ms. Sullivan. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of allowance expenditure authorization, AEA number 002, for the 2022 bond plumbing upgrades in Sam Rayburn High School project in the amount of $47,030.24. Motion by Mr. Fernandez.
Second.
Second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion?
They're really going to earn their money when they get through with this, aren't they, Dr. Lopez?
Yes, they are. This has been quite the project.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration possible approval of blanket electrical services easements to CenterPoint Energy Houston Electric LLC for the new Williams Elementary School replacement project in the amount of $1. Motion by Mr. Fernandez, second by Ms. Sullivan. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Which brings us to our miscellaneous section. Consideration possible approval to endorse Humble ISD trustee Marquez A. Holmes as a Region 4 Position A TASB Board of Directors candidate. Motion by Ms. Gonzalez,
Second.
second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion?
You want to tell them why this position's available?
That's a great question. I believe they've,
Do this every year.
yeah, it's done every year, and plus.
I know, but there had to be a vacant position for us to be.
Right, I
voting
believe
on
the
here.
current seat holder has stepped down or retired,
Okay.
is why we're doing it. Any other discussion?
Other people have, why this one person?
Just, that's what I was going to say.
Right.
Sometimes there's just no other volunteer to do it.
I just wanted to ask if there was anybody.
Nope.
These positions would be filled in September when you go to
Regardless,
convention
right.
in the delegate assembly. But I guess this individual wants to have the votes before you get to that point.
Still have to be voted on at the delegation assembly.
That's
And
right.
it does help the region to already have the representatives going into delegate assembly, so.
Right.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Consideration and possible approval to endorse either Spring ISD trustee Winfred A. Adams Jr. or Alief ISD trustee Ann Williams as the Region 4 Position B TASB Board of Directors candidate.
Mr. President, I move that we endorse Spring ISD trustee Winfred Adams Jr. for the position B on TASB Board of Directors.
Who?
Winfred Adams Jr.,
Adams.
the first candidate. Correct.
He's served a long time, and he's a really public education advocate, so I move that we endorse him.
I'll second that.
Second by Ms. Sullivan. Any other discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
And you all can vote on it again then
Yes, ma'am.
in September.
Which brings us to set the date for the next regular meeting on Tuesday, August the 25th, 2026. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Fernandez.
Whatever.
Second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. We stand adjourned at 8:01 PM. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Fernandez, second by Ms. Sullivan. We stand adjourned at 8:01 PM.